Okay, I think.
Ready?
Wait. Yeah.
It's recording?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to address one of the questions that I've been asked the most in my life.
Imprudente.
There is nothing imprudente in this. I'm just gonna share a truth about existence. So if you wanna hear it, you can, you don't
I'll
have to
see
stay.
it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to address one of the questions that I've been asked the most in my life. And that question has been, how can you be more beautiful? I will answer it in the best way possible and without any shame. I used to feel really uncomfortable when people would ask me this because I didn't find myself beautiful enough to receive such compliment. And now that I found it in me and that I understand that it is found within myself, I will give you the energetics how to be beautiful. If you want to install more beauty into your life, you must learn first that it has no polarity. It's neutral. Beauty is something very neutral. It's often finding nature, and that's, our main source of inspiration for things that we consider beautiful. It can be fruits, trees. You can look at animals, for example. And you don't need to separate an animal from male or female. If you have a cat and the cat is gorgeous, you'll be like, oh my god, that's such a beautiful cat. When it comes to humans, we often find ourselves in this place where we try to make things a little bit more complicated. And we started to separate, beauty is meant to be for girls. Beauty is meant to be for those that are feminine, and masculinity, not so much. And something that I've learned along the way is that we all deserve to be beautiful, that it's a capacity within our bodies. And it doesn't have to do so much with the physicality, but rather how we live our experience. It is found in the lived experience, in, those moments of true pleasure where we can find beauty in the small moments. It is a capacity that we have to become present, to soak our environment, to become somebody that participates with the environment. And a lot of ways in which people find themselves often inspired is through words. Words are often the messengers of beauty, because when you can touch someone's heart with your words, and you can help them find compassion in themselves, when you can help them see something unique about themselves, when you share what you see, when you share your perception, you are you amplify beauty. You amplify beauty for someone. There are people who are lost in the world, that they lose themselves thinking that nobody would ever love them because of how they look, that nobody would ever be with them because of how their bank account is. And then life surprises them because your worth is not attached to what you have. It's not attached to how you look, and physicality can always be improved. And you can improve it by going to the gym, by eating better. There are some people that will do cosmetic surgeries, and I highly recommend people not to do it, because at the end you're falling into this pattern of beauty is found by, changing yourself, or beauty is found in looking like somebody else, or following the standard of beauty. And I know that this is coming from somebody who's not the standard of beauty. And I don't care to be. I don't care to be called what people call, quote unquote, beautiful. But it is important that you know and you learn how to recognize what it's like to feel beautiful. It doesn't matter how many times people will tell you, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, if you don't believe it. To believe is to live in the knowing that something is true. And it is not by only doing affirmations that you will get there, but rather, how can you embody those feelings into yourself? How can you fall in love with a person that is in front of the mirror every morning? How can you feel genuine love for that person? How can you feel genuine love for your life? To be beautiful is not just to look good in camera. And it goes beyond the physical aspect of things. It's to live in a deep sense, in a deep knowing that this is your life, that the way that you choose to look at it will change the way it shows up. The way we look at life often defines the outlook of it. What you take internally matters, how you nourish yourself. Beauty comes a lot with self-nourishment and self-worth, living in your self-worth, in your inner knowing. Nobody can shame you for feeling beautiful. Nobody can shame you for feeling good. And people will be like, oh, what are you doing? You look so good, you look so great. You're living. You decided to stop living in shame, living in guilt, and you decided to start living. That is to me what it's like to feel beautiful. To do things that make you happy. To move yourself and express yourself with freedom, because you can. Beauty is such a wonderful thing to have as part of your nature. You don't need to fake it. You don't need to try harder. Nobody can shame you for how, your body looks, if you're overweight, if you are black, yellow, Asian, curly hair. It doesn't matter. Beauty is not attached to a certain person or how a certain person is supposed to look. Beauty is something that you feel for your life. It's something that you cultivate deep within you, in the depths of your soul, and that you transmit back into the world. Trees. They're just beautiful compositions of nature, just like you. And they don't need to explain their beauty to anybody. Flowers don't need to apologize for being beautiful. Don't apologize anymore for taking space. That is a really, really big one. Stop apologizing for showing up to the world exactly as you are, for smiling, for bringing laughter and curiosity and moving yourself with freedom through the world. You deserve to look at yourself every morning and say, I am a wonderful person. Don't shame yourself anymore for your mistakes. It's human to make them. You learn from them. Beauty won't be taken away from you because you make mistakes. Don't let them. Don't let yourself be diminished. Everybody can make a mistake at any given time. It is how you rise from those mistakes that matters. You're allowed to be beautiful. You're allowed. Nobody can shame you. Nobody can bring you down. Nobody can tell you, oh, you don't deserve to be beautiful because you look this way. Don't let them. Don't give your power away anymore. I used to, growing up, people would tell me, oh, nobody would fall in love with a man like you because you're feminine and you're this and you're that. And look at me. I crush people as I walk through the street because I know how to move through the world with kindness, and not kindness that people need to pay me back. I don't care if people are kind to me. Kindness is not a debt. Life is not a debt. I understand that how we show up into the world is a choice, and nobody has to pay that back. To genuinely love yourself is not something that life has to pay you back after. This whole reality is not something that needs to be paid back. We get ourselves into this shameful thinking that, somehow we have to pay life for what it is. We don't. Life is a gift poured into ourselves. And once you start living in the energy of that, once you start embodying that, you get to live such a wonderful experience. My life got better the day I decided to not shame myself anymore. And I don't have to. People might shame you for your sexuality. People might shame you for how you move, for how you dance. People try to condition you into believing that, it is wrong to have a life, that it is wrong to be yourself. But don't let yourself be fooled. Don't let yourself fall into those patterns, old patterns of thinking. You have a life, and it's beautiful already. Open your eyes and allow yourself to see it that way. If you're ever in doubt, pay attention to your environment. Treat yourself like a friend. Let words come through you like medicine. The words of kindness, of empathy, of compassion that you can provide for yourself and that others can provide you. You're not meant to look amazing all the time, but you can look at yourself with eyes of compassion and care. And that is the difference. Once you stop shaming yourself, you will find how beautiful you are. Leave shame aside, and beauty will come in. That's what you trade the moment you stop shaming yourself. I feel that people really need to get themselves on this and this sobering experience called finding yourself beautiful. Because once you start doing that, life makes much more sense. You got this. Believe in yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be sweet to yourself. Life is already a little hard. Stop making it hard for yourself with your self-talk. That's all I have to say for now. Love you deeply. Allow yourself to be beautiful. It's worth it. And remember, nobody can shame you for being beautiful. Nobody can shame you for being yourself. You got this.